So I walk out to the living room this morning, and Amelia is on the couch, and all I hear is brush, 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 and I look over, and our small dog Aria, she's probably like 4 pounds, is upside down in her lap. Her ass is up in the air. Amelia's holding her that way, and she's going brush, 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 and I look at her and I go, Amelia, what are you doing? She goes, I'm brushing Ari's butthole. She has a toothbrush, her old toothbrush, mind you, and it's just scraping away on this dog's asshole, just back and forth with it. I had to laugh, and then I thought, I wonder what it feels like to have your asshole toothbrushed. It probably doesn't feel so great. Unless you're into that kind of thing, then maybe it's the best thing ever. That's how I woke up today. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of Christmas stuff, and that's what I've been thinking of a lot lately. And I had a friend a couple weeks ago who just asked me if the magic was dead in Christmas for me, and it kind of is, but then at the same time, it comes back, but through my kids. Like last year, Amelia, one and a half, made cookies for Santa. And then as we were going to bed, she grabbed a cookie and took a bite out of it. Like, oh, that was pretty cool. She still didn't know what Santa was last year, didn't know any of that, still kind of young. But this year, she sees Santa. She I don't think she understands how it all works, but she recognizes it. And she likes the lights, and she gets excited. And when she sees the Grinch, she likes the Grinch too. So the magic is kind of coming back in some ways. Yet at the same time, I think my childhood, like my Christmas is over, like what it used to be. I was talking to Carrie about this. It was like my wife, her mom died the summer before I met her. So it's been like 12, 13 years, and my dad died last year. And as shitty as it is, we have this in common, so we can kind of talk about it, things like this. And we were driving to Thanksgiving last Thursday, and it kind of came up. And I asked her if, like, when her family Christmas just was kind of, I keep wanting to say dead, like it died, which doesn't feel bad, but like when that chapter closed. And she said it her parents got a divorce, so it kind of closed a long time ago. And it wasn't when her mom died, like it was already dissipated. And I was like, oh. Then I thought about it. I was like, I don't think I've missed a Christmas with both of my parents, like, and my brothers, and really until my dad died. I was missing a parent in there, once or twice, but so I went like 30, 37, 38 years of like, this is fucking Christmas, man. This, like, us five, and then our significant others would come in and kind of join in. And last year it was not the same without him. It was, magic was dead when it came to that. And I think about him a lot. I think about my dad a lot. I think I've said this already, but like when he died, it felt like there was a safety net that I didn't realize was there. And when he died, it was like, oh, fuck. I don't really feel as safe anymore. I don't have my guy. I don't have my person. And I don't know, like, when you start something, or when you're exposed to something, you get used to it, and this is the way it is, right? This is what you're used to. This is what you grew up knowing. And then when it's not there anymore, everything kind of compares to that thing. And it's hard to not do that. It's hard to create something new. And Carrie and I have been really, really, I don't know, conscious about trying to just protect our kids in our like day, not being like, hey, on this day we're going to grandpa and grandma's and this, and then we're gonna go to that, and then we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do that, while we do all these other things. It's like, no, we're gonna hold some family magic here, and that's what we're trying to do. And that gets weird, right? Because I don't know if this happens to everybody, but like we're in control of their childhood. You're in control of your kid's childhood. And that's a lot of pressure. For me, that's a lot of pressure. Especially, I'm turning 40 in like a couple weeks, which seems crazy. That's a whole nother conversation, but like I still feel like a little kid in a lot of ways. I don't know if something's wrong with my brain when it comes to that, or if maybe it's just I've allowed that childlike part of me to stay alive. I haven't really figured that out. But being in charge of your kid's childhood, you're like, okay, the toddler years are small time, and then you got like 5 to 7, and then 7 to 9, or 7 to 8, and then 9 to like 11, and then like 12 to 13. Like there's these little chunks of childhood. It's not like, hey, you got your childhood from when they're born to 18. It's like, it feels like you got these little pockets. And it feels like a lot of pressure to like, if you say you have 18 years, right? Which isn't a long time. That's just some societal thing. Like, when do kids really grow up? 18. Like, why 18? It's very strange why we've picked that number. But at the same time, it's like being 18 to like 40. Like, you feel like an adult way fucking longer. Like, that childhood shit goes really fast. Really, really fast. And I guess I want that magic to stay there as long as I can. I want her to keep brushing her dog's asshole, Even when she's 27. Brush, brush, brush. Brush, brush, brush. Especially if it's their roommate who did not pay rent. Use their toothbrush. But no, that feels like a lot. Like you're in charge of their magic, which makes you kind of feel like you're in charge of their childhood, or their Christmas, right? Like, you dictate how that goes. There's all this fucking pressure you read online, and maybe I just need to get offline again. But it's like, Carrie brought it up. It's like, maybe we should only give them like a present from Santa, and everything else, every other present comes from us. Because what if they end up going to school down the road, and there's parents who can't afford presents, or Santa doesn't come, right? For some reason, and Santa gave this kid, I don't know, PS5, and then this kid got a Pez dispenser. What does that say about Santa? And then part of me is like, that's not my fucking problem. And there's part of me that's like, I'm empathetic to that. And I don't know the answer. It's not like it's hard. It's just it weighs on you, because the way my brain works is I like to, what would be the appropriate way to go? Do we even like, how do we even navigate this? I don't know. I'm not religious. The Santa thing's kind of weird in the first place. It's all very weird. I don't know. There's that, but there's also like, I want them to watch like the Christmas movies. I love that growing up. Maybe she doesn't, but it was one of my favorite things. Or lights. Like, lights everywhere is really cool. So it's like, I think my parents did lights on our house like once, because we lived out in the country, so no one even saw them. So they're like, we tried it one year, and then it was a lot of work, and then it just never happened again. And we live like with a lot of little houses around, a lot of little kids. So we're like, we'll just decorate our house. We'll put up some stuff on the lights, and like, I want Amelia to grow up in that. I want Luke to grow up in that, and it feels good, and that feels good for me too. It's like, okay, this is great. But I don't know. I think what I'm trying to say is, I don't really know the right answer to any of this. I don't know if there is one. And I don't even know why I'm questioning it. Why can't I just lead with what I think feels good, you know? And then there's this other side, and I've made multiple videos on this, about the obligation, which makes me fucking hate Christmas in so many ways, where you feel obligated to buy gifts for people. And that seems to be the opposite of what Christmas is. And I fucking hate feeling like I have to spend a certain amount of money on everybody. And I don't know if it's a societal thing where, I mean, we live in a capitalist society, right? Everything's like based on money, and I run my own business, so I understand how it works. Probably more than most, just being in it all the time. But there's like this idea that like don't go into debt trying to show people how much you love them. I'm going to say that again. Don't go into debt trying to show people how much you love them. And for like 4 or 5 years, I'm like, this fucking sucks. Christmas comes rolling around every year. Like Team Hoot kind of dies August through October because nobody's pole vaulting, you know? So there's like months where I'm like living paycheck to paycheck. And it freaks me out every year. Like, it's never going to come back. No one's ever going to pole vault again. And then they all come back every year, and it happens all the time. But every year I freak out about it and see the same thing happen. And then when it finally does start coming back, then Christmas smacks you in the dick. And you go, oh, okay, so all this, like, the money that's coming in is all going right back out to fucking Toys R Us and socks and bullshit you feel like you have to buy for people. When in reality, and maybe this is just me, I just want to spend time with people. I just want to talk to you on the phone, maybe. I just want you to know how much you mean to me. I hate the idea of having to fucking buy you something. Like, as a filler gift, where it might just end up in the trash or in somebody else's stocking next year. We have a limit of $15. Fuck your $15. That's like, what do we? Fuck you. I'm gonna get you if I want to get you something, I'll get you something. It's like, but why do I feel like it just makes me so mad. It's the fucking part I hate about Christmas, and I hate it every year. And me and Carrie fight about it because she loves it. She loves all of this, and she has limits, and she makes sure everybody has the same amount of money, and I fucking hate it. And then this year we had this idea of maybe we'll go in. So I was like, oh, maybe I'll just do my side of the family, and then you do yours, and the next year we'll flip flop, and then that would help us kind of like split it up a little bit, and then we can keep our savings going. And she didn't like that idea because she wanted to get things for certain people. It's like, okay, so that didn't work. So it's like, well, so what do you want to do? Do you want to like pick certain people, or do you want to like talk about what we're going to get? And she's like, yeah, well, we'll just talk about what we're going to get. It's like, let's do it right now and figure this out. And she's like, well, how about you just tell me what you're going to get, and then we'll talk about it. And I just saw this timeline and this list of people, and I went, this is going to take 3 weeks of us trying to agree on something to get to somebody, and I just want this fucking done right now. So I said, no, I'm not doing that. I want to be done shopping. I want to get it done in like a day or two, and done. And it created a little fight. We'll just say that. She went to bed, and I stayed up, and then I immediately went to Amazon upset. And I did exactly what I didn't want to do. I just started buying dumb shit in hopes it'll make people smile at least a little bit, because I feel like I have to when I just want to spend time with people. That's it. So I have this huge list of stuff, and then what's going on through my head is like, you kind of want to like spoil the kids. The adults, that's the adults are the worst. That's the hardest for me. Like, you just, especially when an adult gives you like their grocery list or their what's it called, their chores list or whatever, the stuff they have to pick up, and you're just like, just fucking go pick it up yourself. Like, if you need jeans, go get your jeans. I'm not just getting, that's not what this is about. Like, the best gift I saw in a movie, right, is, have you seen the movie Scrooged? This, the main character, Bill Murray, is he's deciding if someone gets like a home VCR, awesome. This is an older movie from like the 80s. So like a huge VCR or like a towel. And he's like, towel. Most of these are towels. VCR, towel, VCR, towel, right? And you're like, holy fuck, those are opposite sides of the spectrum. But you can see kind of what's going on there. There's like zero thought put into it. And he was supposed to go to his brother's like Christmas party, and he bailed on it because he plays Ebenezer Scrooge essentially, right? And while you're watching the movie and the Ghost of Christmas Present, you can see the present that he got, and he opens it, and it's a picture that his brother gave him, his younger brother, when they were kids, in a frame. And it kind of just like, it hits you in the feels, right? It's like, hit me now a little bit, because you're like, that's a fucking thoughtful gift. There was like a time, like, it makes you think, like, with your brothers, there's a time when you were younger, and there was these moments you guys had, and nobody else had this pocket of time together. You guys had that pocket of time together, and it's beautiful. And that feels like a Christmas gift to me. Especially for adults. Like, here's how much you mean to me. Like an emotion. I don't know if any of this is making sense, but what should I get you for Christmas? Fucking slacks. Cool. Unless we went to a slacks museum, and that's why you want slacks, Made me think of you every time I put my nuts in these things. Every time I zip up the crotch. Yeah, well, I understand the slacks now, but before that, absolutely not. And I don't know. It's, and then I think, like, what if I just don't do it anymore? And this is what every year I say. I'm just not going to buy gifts for people anymore. And I don't know how to tell people. I don't want to hurt people's feelings. I don't want to be like, hey, I really do love you. I just don't like this part. I just don't think this is showing love. I don't think this is showing love. Just buying shit. To me, that's not love. But I do love you. But you didn't give me a present. I don't know what to tell you. I have no idea what to tell you about that. Is there other ways I can show you that I care about you besides buying you a novelty pen? It's like, come on. Does anyone else feel the same way? Like, I don't want to hurt your feelings that I didn't get you a gift, but I hate buying just crap to try and show you I love. I don't want to go into, what's the quote again? I don't want to go into debt trying to show people I love them, Yet, if they're not on the same page, I don't know. Is this my fucking problem? This is what I feel like. Just let people. Maybe is this part of people pleasing? Am I being a people pleaser here? Where, hey, feel really strongly about this, but instead of following how I really feel in my guts and my core, I am betraying myself and following the societal norm so you like me more, or so you don't dislike me. Does that make sense? It's fucking Christmas shit. And then I wonder, because we're teaching our kids how to do this, right? They're 2 and like 7 months now. So they don't quite understand. But if I continue this path, and I think about this a lot, if I continue this path, will they fall into the same trap? And that worries the shit out of me. I'm in charge of their childhood, and what they learn in their childhood, they will repeat into adulthood. Like, we are setting the foundation. And I fucking hate that I do this. I don't know how to get out of it. I honestly don't. It's hard. If anyone has any ideas on how to help me with this, or if they have been in the same boat, let me know. And I'm not saying there aren't like gifts I send people that like make me laugh, or like, hey, I'm thinking about you. Here's this. That there is a place for it. It's the obligation piece of it that I just don't like. I don't know. Do I sound like I hate Christmas? I don't want to sound like I hate Christmas because I really don't know how to put it into words. And there's one Christmas song out there called White Wine in the Sun by Tim Minchin. And I listen to it every year, and it popped up already this year, and I've heard it thousands of times, and it still made me tear up at the same point every time. I mean, the lyrics, he always talks about, in a nutshell, he talks about how he really likes Christmas, but he's not religious, and he disagrees with the commercialism and all the bullshit that goes with it, but man, he likes the songs. Even though he doesn't like the lyrics, he likes the songs. Like, it's the perfect song for me. It's my very favorite Christmas song, I think. And the part that gets me, I kind of want to read it, and I'll get out of here earlier today than usual. But he talks about his daughter. He goes, "And you, my baby girl, my jet-lagged infant daughter, you'll be handed around the room like a puppy at a primary school." Like, that's a fucking cool visual. You'll be handed around the room like a puppy at a primary school. And then he says, "And you won't understand, but you will learn someday that wherever you are and whatever you face, these are the people who will make you feel safe in this world." It's like, "My sweet blue-eyed girl. And if, my baby girl, when you're 21 or 31 and Christmas comes around and you find yourself 9,000 miles from home, you'll never know whatever comes." Then he starts naming all of his family members. And I think that's, to me, that's, when you have kids, it hits you a lot harder. Because that's what we did too. Our kids were born, and we called the people to come see them, and we handed them around because everyone wanted to hold her. Like he said, a puppy at a primary school. And those were the people, all the people that we called. Hopefully make her feel safest in the world. And man, that alone is like, I want to just be around. Maybe that's what I'm trying to say. Oh, it's hitting me. It's hitting me like it always does. Do I cry in every single podcast here? But the people who make you feel safest in the world. I wonder why this hits me so hard every time. I think it's because I haven't always felt safe in this world. Actually, very rarely I do, if I'm being honest with myself. There's always this big bag of anxiety, and my chest is always really tight, almost constantly. Sometimes it's just that I'm fucking up in the world, or that I'm like this imposter syndrome that I shouldn't be in this house that Kara and I bought, that I shouldn't be allowed to raise kids, that that are, something bad's always going to happen. So yeah, I don't really feel safe very often. This is going to hit me. Is this therapy? Is this what therapy is like? Yes, this is absolutely what therapy is like. But I'm just talking to a camera and maybe a bunch of strangers who are listening to this. Maybe some of you aren't strangers. Maybe some of you are the people who help me feel safest in this world. But, yeah, maybe the magic died when my dad died, because he was that safety net. I felt without realizing how safe I felt with him being around. Man, that was a hard one. Those early Christmases with my brother, like there was this pocket of family, just the 5 of us. It's the best. And then you could just be a kid, on Christmas. Even when we were older, it was like there was still this safe, protective pocket we were all in. And it doesn't always feel like that anymore. Nope, it doesn't always feel like that anymore. But now that I know how that felt, I just want to make sure I give that to my kids, I suppose. Just a pocket of safety, a pocket of love. And anything that kind of goes against that, just I don't want to do anymore. This obligation of bullshit, I really don't like it. I don't know. It bothers me every year. So yeah, you should listen to that song, Tim Minchin, White Wine in the Sun. What's Christmas feel like to you guys? Has it changed over time? How old are you? First off and foremost, let me know. I don't know if you, and not many people make it this far, so if you do, thank you. And I think I just, yeah, it's crazy. The safety thought process has really kind of fucked up my brain a bit on this, and I wonder why I don't feel very safe all the time. I'll have to explore this more. Hope I can start meditating again soon. But yeah, guys, sorry this is a day late. We had a weekend with our kids, and we tried to take Christmas photos today. So if you guys are interested in seeing those, I'll post them on my Instagram and Facebook. I will just say Charlie Brown and A Christmas Story. And that's about it. I didn't get a picture of Amelia brushing Ari's asshole. I wish I did, because it was hilarious. But yeah. Oh, I feel a little better getting some of that out. And maybe, like I've said in all these podcasts, the last thing I say is that I don't really know how to teach my kids this. Not following commercialism, capitalism, going into debt to try to prove you love people kind of idea. But you want them to have like a magic Christmas at the same time. It doesn't always have to be gifts. And maybe if my kids listen to this podcast down the road someday and they're wrestling with it, maybe there's some ideas in here, or they'll just go, okay, I'm not the only one feeling this way. I can challenge the status quo. And you can too. Thanks for the therapy session, everybody. Life's meant to be experienced. Curiosity will get you there.